Okay, fresh out of the theater after watching Superman. Yes, I do have on my Superman shirt. There's Superman there. My initial thoughts of this film. This is not your comic book Superman. This is not the Superman that your dad grew up on. This is not that. This is not that at all. This Superman is more like Guardians of the Galaxy. What I mean by that is the temperament. So Superman's temperament is not like Boy Scout. It's not weighty words, like he's trying to make sure he says the right thing. He's a man of few words, doesn't say much. This is not that Superman. This Superman says a lot, and every word that comes out doesn't give him majesticness. It doesn't give him that Superman character of regalness. Like when you see Superman and you hear him speak, he's usually like one or two words. Specifically in the comic books, specifically in the earlier movies, Superman actually said less and showed through his actions. This movie does not do that. You get a movie very much like Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's a lot of talk. Superman's cussing a lot. As Clark Kent, he interviews with Lois Lane. You probably saw it in the trailer. And that was kind of off-putting because he seemed a bit arrogant. Like, Superman's never been that arrogant. And that's what I got in this film. This film, honestly, by about an hour into it, I just was not liking this Superman character. Because he said so much, and it came across as very arrogant. And the fact that I was just kind of like, wow, I spent, however much for this ticket, and I don't feel anything about this character. It's gives very much Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of the character. So the character comes across very arrogant. He comes across very, what's the word? He's not like Superman. He's not regal. He doesn't have a majesty to his voice. He says a lot. Like his dialogue, he's just talking up a storm. He says a whole bunch, and sometimes he comes across as arrogant in this film. He comes across as, knowing more than everyone else. Even some of the first lines you saw in some of the trailers, he's even more of that throughout the rest of the film. There's honestly no redemptive characters to this Superman. So if you're looking for Superman like I was raised up on with Christopher Reeves, who said less words but did more action, this guy is the opposite of that. He talks a lot. He talks a whole lot. And then, of course, the cinematography is very much James Gunn style. So if you like that, you'll enjoy this film. If you do not like that style and it seems very cartoonish, then you're not going to like this film. If you did not like Guardians of the Galaxy, like I did not enjoy that entire franchise of Guardians of the Galaxy because there was just too much talking. There was a talk, too much talking. You're going to get that in this film. You're going to get a man who talks a lot. Like a whole lot. Like way too much. And then, of course, Luthor talks a whole lot. As they wrap up the scene, he talks up some, he's like, I'm human, and talks. I was like, wait a second, why are we talking about this? And there's about to be a war going on. This guy here is not the Superman that you're used to. He does talk a lot. He does have a little bit of profanity. So if you're used to Superman cussing, then you'll be okay with that. What else? He just doesn't have a regalness to him. He's not strong. He's not I say one or two words and he's done. You kind of leave the theater like, okay, that ended, but I don't know what I got for my money with this Superman. Anyway, that's my critique. You're probably going to be mad at me for saying that. It's just, again, I didn't like it because the logo was different initially. Now I know that it's a completely different Superman. It's more Guardians of the Galaxy Superman than anything. So if you saw Guardians of the Galaxy and that a lot of quick quims and quick chat and that sort of thing, you'll get that from this Superman. I just do not see me personally buying the DVD for this or buying the Blu-ray for this and watching it over and over and over again like I do with all the other movies, like I do with Man of Steel, like I do with all the others. Just because this guy talks so much, almost like I'm talking in this video. Anyway, that's your out of the theater review. Go see it for yourself, man. I caught it at a matinee. He does talk a lot. he talks too much. Superman should say 1 or 2 words and he's done, and he keeps his, yeah. There you go. I'm done.